Hello, this meeting is for resolve the situation. You work for a service fabric, a polishment and automobile manufacturer that has its heat office and manufacturing in Poland. This company was taking the great Italian automaker and is making of these models for Europe. Signs the acquisition, a communication problem between the office of parent company in Turin, Italia, and this office in Poland. This is because they do not have exactly the same job hours of your office in Poland. Your current working hours are 7 p.m. start of work, 9 a.m. It's our first break, and 12 o'clock is the lunch, and 2 is the second break for the employees, and the 4 is the work ends. The situation is the policeman. You work a week of 5 days. Should the total work time per week amounts to 14 hours and 17 hours. Minute money employees, especially working parents, consider the times convenient. As avoid leaving a children alone at home after school for the long in a Poland. Some young people, children, go to school only in the morning and others only in the afternoon. And many older children finish their school days as early as 2 or 3 p.m. IDI needs to discuss communication problems. The introduction of a flexible working time system is proposed as a solution as the parent companies. You think that you don't work enough hours in Poland. You also want to incorporate an increase or the total work time in the new agreements. These problems are they not related? The factory, which has a totally different work system. I like your opinions about these problems.
We must think that the workers will be unhappy. If you want to increase the hours of work, the ideal is to give them a payment for overtime. We must also give them the option that they choose overtime. With this, the parents can choose to be with their children, and those who are not parents and want extra money work more hours than stipulated. For my section, the ideal is to have a healthy coexistence with the workers. To have them happy with can improve the performance of the company.
I as personal manager. Super flexible working time, where the following conditions are handled. First, the work begins between 7:30 a.m. and 9 a.m. Second, if you're ready cannot be taken between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. and continues to work tirelessly. Third, the lunch is at least 45 minutes can be taken between 11:45 a.m. and 1:15 a.m. Fourth, if you're ready cannot be taken between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. and continues to work tirelessly. Fifth, ends the working day between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. This means that an amount of 37 hours worked per week will be complete, leaving a day of 7 hours free of work compared to the schedule established in the previous month. We will be giving workers a day of the encourage them and best option of arrival at work.
We must bear in mind that a flexible work should benefit all the staff, especially those who are parents. They should careful with their children, not leave them alone at home for so long. If the work should is extend the staff will not make an effort. We must encourage workers with a flexible tool. It could improve relation with all the staff. The family is the most important, and we must be interested in the family of our workers. I hope you take into account the the wealth of employees with making the decision.
My job requires a lot of responsibility besides being an important pillar of the company. I vote to extend the schedule. Many of my assistants or secretary leave very early. Sometimes I need them, but when I leave late I cannot have anybody's support. I usually take lunch with clients. For this reason, I must delay more time in the company. I think we could extend the hours of rest so that employees leave later to work.
I ask communications manager to remember that we must improve communication between factories and Italians. We must also improve them with customers and suppliers. In this moment, the factories handle three shifts, and only the morning shift can be contact with the central office. For this reason, I would think that if the office worked in the afternoon and evening, communication with the night shift will be improved. Take into account that the Italians and other international contacts handled a similar work schedule. That is why it's necessary to handle these schedules to improve this communication.